Look at that, the Space Needle, Emerald City, of course, kind of a cloudy, foggy morning for them as well. Over on the west side, like that live view of the Seattle Space Needle here this morning. Looks like there's some people on the top actually as well. There's, what was that, Jen? That's right, they're raising the Seahawks flag at 9 o'clock. That's soon, that's in about 19 minutes. So Ricardo Lockett doing that. Of course, we got our 12th man pride here in the Inland Northwest as well. Albeit a bit foggy inland Northwest. A lot of low clouds here as we look live in towards Riverfront Park here on this Friday morning. TGIF, congratulations, you made it through the work week. We're heading in towards this weekend, and it looks like we could see more active weather returning back to the inland Northwest. I want to start with one spot I'm watching in particular. I know it's a holiday weekend. Maybe you're making the plans to be outside, do something. Maybe you're headed to the west side, or maybe you're headed eastbound. If you're headed westward, keep in mind the Cascades could see some more significant snowfall. We're watching this winter storm watch in effect for early Saturday through tomorrow night. Looks like maybe 3 to 6 inches for the valleys, and then possibly 6 to 10 inches for the mountain area. So this system is going to move into the region here late tonight and really early tomorrow. That's going to continue through the day. And then as the day goes on, snow levels will start to rise, and that snow will be confined to the Cascade Crest. So something to keep in mind if you're going to be traveling. And here's why. We've got this huge low pressure system as we look at the East Pacific, and you can see that huge movement, that wraparound kind of comma shape. This is going to continue to track eastward, moving northeast here through the next few hours. I don't think it's going to impact us too much today, but I've got about a 20% chance that you could see some overnight snow flurries. I wouldn't roll that out, but unlikely we would see any accumulation until tomorrow. And here's why. We do have, again, drier, calmer conditions. We're going to start to see snow levels drop for tomorrow and then rise just like that as we head in towards the second half of our upcoming weekend. Here's a little closer. Hard to see much of anything going on right now, but that kind of tinted sort of opaque color, a little transparent there, showing some of the light clouds represented there as low stratus deck. That among with a lot of fog here across the inland Northwest. At one point this morning, we got down to visibility a little over 300 feet at the Spokane International Airport. So it was really foggy. That's about 6/100ths of a mile if you're counting. Maybe your math whiz, you knew that one. But most of the morning we've stayed at about 1/10 of a mile or 1/4 mile. So a lot of fog out at the airport as well as Fairchild and Feltzfield. Here's looking forward. Future Tracker kind of helps us plan things out over the next couple of days. This model suggesting that really Saturday morning, I mean, this purple indicates this is a little more moderate snowfall we could see, accumulating snow, and I think going to be fairly widespread here, especially if you're north of the I-90 corridor in towards the lower Columbia Basin, south of Ritzville. I'm thinking more of a rain event. So again, watching timing as snow levels will be rising as we head in towards Saturday afternoon and evening. So something to keep in mind. As we head in towards about 4:45, you see this continues to push off towards the east, and I'm not ruling out activity on Sunday, but I'm thinking that into the afternoon Sunday, it's going to be more of a rain event as temperatures, though, will climb. So how much snow could we see? Well, probably on the lower end of the valleys, including us here in Spokane, but 1 to 2 inches on top of what we've already seen. That would put us up to, goodness, over a little over 29 inches for the season thus far. Spokane along with St. Mary's, Bonners Ferry, and Sandpoint. Less than that out towards the Columbia Basin. Up farther north, Wilbur, Chewelah, Colville, Coeur d'Alene, Republic, and Ellensburg, 2 to 4. And if you're headed out towards the east slopes, maybe Wenatchee, Waterville area, 4 to 6 inches by tomorrow. Today, though, pretty quiet. So kind of anticipating this wet weather heading in towards this weekend. Below the freezing mark, we did say, if this fog doesn't burn off, though, we might be lowering that high just because we might have a little bit of a harder time climbing. Keep that in mind. It does look like we'll get real close to 40s, though, Sunday and Monday. Gonna be wet, but a lot of fun if you're headed out to Schweitzer for their Northern Lights Spectacular. It's the MLK weekend festivities.
Yeah.
They could see 2 to 4 inches tomorrow and maybe 1 to 3 on Sunday. So some fresh mountain powder.
The difference between this season and last is that it has been cold enough up there to build the snowpack a little bit.
So they've kept it around too.
Nice.
Snowboarders, skiers, they're loving it.
It was great to see Sean at Schweitzer this morning in his
so
interview.
much fun.
Yeah, they're so excited it's snowy.
Some bluebird conditions up there on the higher
Yeah.
elevations, which are very nice.
Yeah.